Hey guys, we're back at the Sharp Surface Grinder, and the plan is to try and grind something in this video. I'm getting hassled by a lot of people, hey, why didn't you show us any grinding? So we're gonna do that now. There's still a lot of things I need to do on this machine. It still hasn't been cleaned up. The wiring is still a mess. I haven't ground the chuck in. I'm planning on removing the chuck just so I can look under it before I reinstall it and grind it in. But we're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna put a piece of metal on here and grind it and find out what happens. So the grinding wheel that I'm going to use is the one that it came with, this 7" by 1/2" 1¼ arbor 46 grit eye hardness wheel, and I've tapped on it with a wooden hammer handle like the literature that I have suggests, and it rings just fine. But the reason why we're going to use that is because the wheel that I bought about a year ago when I bought the machine is this Norton 8" by 1" wheel, and as you can see when I install it, there are no threads left for the retaining nut, so 1" thick is not going to work. And as I expected when I checked the manual that I have, this machine can only support up to a 0.62" wide wheel, which means we're going to be limited to 1/2" wheels for all practicality. So let's just go ahead and get this installed anyway. The first thing that goes on is this retaining nut, which I'll wipe clean. I apologize for the lighting. It's just not bright in here at all. It's normally fine on my mill or my lathe, but because we're up underneath this hood, it's like you can't see anything. And then this left-handed thread retaining nut goes on. Now in the manual, when it talks about removing and installing the wheel, it doesn't say anything about using tools. So I'm not really sure how tight you're supposed to get it. Because of that, what I'm going to do is just hold on to this arbor here and tighten it down as much as I can by hand. And we're just going to call that good. I do have the spanner wrench that came with the machine. Should I be using these in combination and tightening it? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, and feel free to correct me in the comment section below. There's also this nut that goes on here, and this may be the thing that you use to remove the arbor. It's also left-hand thread, and I'm not really sure about that. I'd like to be able to eventually remove the arbor and get some balancing equipment so I can balance wheels. But when I was checking on Practical Machinist, a lot of people were saying you don't need to bother with balancing 7" wheels. They're small enough and light enough that it's not really a big deal, but I don't know if that's true. So the one thing I will do is give this a bit of a snug down as well. And then I think we're going to be ready to go. Let me reposition the camera, and we're going to try out our first grind. All right, so the first step to this process is going to be to dress the wheel. So I've got a cheap Chinese grade diamond and a block of steel with a hole drilled in it at about 15-degree angle, and this is what we're going to use for the wheel dressing. It's probably worth pointing out at this point, this is not a how-to. I'm completely new when it comes to grinding. I know nothing about it other than what I've learned from watching YouTube and from what I've read by searching on Practical Machinist. So yeah, we're going to find out exactly what kind of results we can get, and I'm sure they're going to be terrible. So I don't know, let's try it out, I guess. Well, I just realized the camera was off. I've already made 2 passes. I think it's looking okay. I'm going down 1 thou per pass. I have no idea if that's a lot or a little. I feel like it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but yeah, let's do a few more and you guys can see the sparks. Another thing I'll mention is I'm doing a half revolution with my right hand, which is 50 thou. So I'm stepping over 50 thou per pass, and then my step downs have been 1 thou. I think I'm going to go back over now and just spark it out. Okay, so let's flip the magnet off and see what we've got. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you can see right there, I think. Can you see the... It's kind of a ripple-like finish. I think that's just each step over. I mean, it's definitely, you know, that's the machine side. I think we're going to leave it there. I'm getting called for dinner. So why don't you guys tell me what you think? 1 thou step down, 50 thou step over, and then spark it out as a finish pass, or maybe a 1/10 or 2 as a finish pass would be better. I'm not sure. Also, if you have wheel recommendations, I'd love those because I'd like to get another wheel. Or, I mean, I'd like to start collecting wheels. So send me your links. Catch you in the next video.